We're just 18 kilometres outside the city of Budapest here in Hungary, where today's Formula One race is about to take place. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix. "14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Sainz, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Perez, Gasly, Bottas, Joe, and Yuki Tsunoda, Ocon, Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, and Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ricciardo, Lance Stroll, and Sebastian Vettel. Latifi and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Well done. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.1 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
And it's a performance to be proud of from our Hungarian Grand Prix winners. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out of the track was: speed. It sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
I think it has to be Fernando Alonso. He got the strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see